right, we know that there are fans who are obsessed with Taylor Swift, right? And they certainly are counting down the minutes to her concerts at Ford Field on Friday and Saturday. But that also brings up the question about when does your fandom maybe go too far? And how much are you truly willing to pay for it?
Yep, and that's what we're talking about today on What's the Buzz. And joining us for the discussion are Vanessa Cohen, the co-founder of the Cohen brand and owner of Motor City Date Night, and Aaron Gooseller from Goose and Renee on New Country 93.1 FM. Good morning.
Good morning.
The goose is loose.
Yeah, it's radio day here.
Right.
It is. So let's get into it. So when does being a fan of something cross the line into obsession? I'm going to start with you because I don't think you're a fan of anything.
Yeah, I told Jay
Matt?
you picked the right person. I'm a bit obsessed myself. I'm a diehard Wolverine fan. I would say a lot of people don't understand that these are real people. You kind of lose sight of that sometimes.
Yeah.
So if you're interfering with their personal lives, if there's children, family involved, and invading that personal space can be a bit too much.
Then you're like a stalker. I mean, then you're not even a fan.
Right,
You've just
kind of, yeah.
completely crossed the line at that
Yep.
point, I would think.
And Vanessa, what would you say though? Because your kids were on TV, they were highly recognizable. Did you ever have any of those moments?
I wouldn't say we had those moments. It happens more now, interestingly, because they look the same, right?
Okay.
Twins just turned 10, by the way.
Yeah.
But people recognize them now, and they get excited about the fact that people recognize them.
Okay.
But the obsession thing, I think when you start prioritizing the interests of the artists over your own priorities, then it becomes more of an obsession. Like when you want to buy a ticket and you forego paying a bill to buy a ticket to go to a concert. You know?
That's a problem. We've got Stoney over at 97.1. The ticket is a huge Bruce Springsteen fan. And when he was coming to town, we interviewed him because he had seen him in like 8 other cities or something like that. And if he has the means to do it, that's totally fine. I mean, full disclosure here, because if I don't tell you guys this story, Jason, my co-host, is going to be so mad at me.
Okay.
So I'm a huge fan of Michael W. Smith. I don't know if you guys remember him in the 80s. He's like an inspirational Christian worship singer, okay? But he was on secular radio back in the 80s. He sang some songs that everyone would know. But anyway, we've gone to Hawaii with him, okay, like part of a fan group. Okay.
Oh, wow.
We've been on an Alaskan cruise with him.
Wow.
I'm a wild and crazy girl, aren't I, with that story?
I did have to stop myself. Was it 2 weeks ago? Braylon Edwards was filling in.
Yes.
And the thought crossed my mind to drive down here just
You
to
should.
say
You
hello.
see?
I wanted to
You
say hello.
have.
I will tell you this quick story because I am such a diehard Wolverine fan. I spent many years living in Colorado, and I owned a restaurant out there for a short period of time. I actually owned a Coney restaurant because I missed Coney so much. And a gentleman came in who was moving from Detroit to Colorado, and he was out there looking at houses before he moved his family out there.
Okay.
And he said, "You have no idea whose house I just looked at." I said, "Who?" It was Bo Schembechler's wife had moved out there.
Wow.
And I knew the neighborhood, and I called a realtor friend of mine to set up a showing.
Oh my God.
It was way out of my price range, and he said, "No, we can't do that." And so I never got to go, but
You got the right people up here. So you got. So was that called a roadie when you? hit the road?
I just like to say I'm a fan. And it's a legit thing. They open it up for fans. So I'm not crossing any lines. I'm not.
Lots of bands do those cruises
They
and
do.
tours, absolutely.
It's a way that they
Yes.
make some money and they give it back to their fans. So I promise.
No,
it
no,
was
no, it's
totally
fine.
legit.
So you were willing to spend the big money to have these experiences.
Because we were going to Alaska and we were going to Hawaii and doing things that my husband and I already wanted to do, and we thought then we get to go to concerts at night. That's why those kind of things are kind of neat when bands do them. You know what I mean? But what would you guys spend thousands on? Like, is there an artist that or an experience that like a fandom type thing that you'd say yes, I'll do it?
Well, the past couple of years, I've gone down to Indianapolis for the Big Ten championship.
Okay, see?
If
sports.
Michigan made it to the national championship, I'd probably spend the money to go.
Right.
I'd probably spend the money to go.
Let's say.
No, like I will go see Avant in the alley. I will go see him in the church pulpit. I will go see him at Masonic Theater. I will go see him in California. That's one of those artists, every time he comes here, I have to see. Avant is such an underrated R&B artist, but he does live music. And I learned to appreciate, the musicality and showmanship during COVID, because you got to see everyone be vulnerable in their live videos and things like that. But as far as pricing, I'm not spending big tickets.
That's the thing. It's the pricing for me. The only thing I ever regret not spending the big money on was seeing Prince. Everybody knows the story.
I was just going to say the same. That's the only artist looking back that I would spend buku bucks on it. I passed on a $250 ticket in Las Vegas because he had a residency in Las Vegas. For
And did you think it was too much at the time?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
And now you'd be like, $250, I can do
Done.
that.
Right.
Exactly.
Yep,
I would have
absolutely.
made payments on Prince tickets out
Exactly.
of anything. Yes.
Right.
Well, you guys, thank you so much for being
Thank
with
you.
us. All right.
Thank you for asking about Obsession.
Of course. Well,